Yeah, there's a bit of a project going on at the club at the moment to try and build up after last season, flirting with relegation. That must be something you're excited to be part of.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a good feel about the club when I came in. I've been talking to people and everything seems to be in right order and looking up really. So I think it's a good time to be signing and to be part of hopefully something special.
Yeah, such a busy day for a Friday. Yesterday was an absolutely mega day in terms of transfer dealings. Now, I spoke about, obviously, the transfer coming in, Javier Manquillo, £4.5 million, 3-year deal, 23 years of age, on loan at Liverpool, Marseille, and of course, Sunderland's come out and said that he's playing now for the biggest team in the North East. And obviously, he was announced by saying, well, the club saying everything looks better in black and white. Another dig at our arch rivals from across the road. Now, we're talking about players that have left the club now. Now, if you've seen at the start of the video, that man, Daryl Murphy, has now left the club and he's now a Nottingham Forest player. Now, I must say, one of the first things I'm going to say, Daryl Murphy leaving the club is like, I've not seen such jubilation and adulation, basically praise for a player leaving the club since Johan Kabay left the club. You would have thought Daryl Murphy played for us for like 10 years, the way everyone's going on about, oh, it's great to have you at the club, great player, great lads and all the rest of it. Me, myself as well, I'm not going to lie, me, myself, I mean, I thought he was good. Now, if Murphy and Mitro were the same age, make no mistake about it, I reckon it would have been Mitro leaving the club first before Murphy, if I'm truly honest with you. But time is not exactly on Murphy's side. He's 34 years of age. He signed a 3-year deal at Nottingham Forest, which is absolutely fantastic for him. Because again, he can see out his final days, playing days at Nottingham Forest, and I reckon he might even get him promoted the way that they're going. They're recruiting quite well this season, and he looks like he's going to be the replacement for Sambalonga, who's going to be going down the road as well to Middlesbrough for £15 million. Not even going to get into that one, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. Good servant for the year. Did exactly what he needed to do. Came in, did the job, which is quite rare, especially at Newcastle United, people coming in and doing the job that they're paid to do. Scored 6 goals out of 18 appearances, which is like 1 in 3. Scored most of his goals between January and April last season. And again, he has scored some crucial goals. Remember the goal against Brentford and obviously the one against Huddersfield, which we went on to win, obviously. So fair play to the lad. Really fair play to the lad. I mean, he even got off the mark for Ireland against Serbia during his time at the club as well. So he's had quite a good season here. It's a shame that he couldn't, see it through until the Premier League. But as I said, time's not really on his side. And obviously, Rafa believes in Mitro a little bit more than Murphy. Maybe he can shape him more in his career, whereas Murphy's coming towards the twilight years of his career. But really good move for the club, both clubs in fact, and for the player as well. And I wish him all the best. I really do. I mean, just seeing some of the tweets that people are talking about him and, some of the goals that he scored. I mean, even the women around Newcastle are talking about him, but I think that's more because he's easy on the eye towards them in terms of looks rather than goals. But again, fair play to him, and I really, truly wish him all the best at the club. Yeah, so if you're clued up on your under-23s football at Newcastle United, you would have recognised that Sean Longstaff scoring against Darlington, who's now on loan at Blackpool. Now, Blackpool have just been promoted from League 2 under Gary Bowyer, and Sean Longstaff, 19 years of age, going on another loan move until start of January, I believe. And I think it's a pretty good move for him as well. He becomes Blackpool's 11th signing. So again, they're on the recruitment drive as well. He's come out and said, or in fact, Gary Bowyer's come out and said, Sean is another exciting addition to the squad, and I'm delighted that Newcastle United have allowed him to further his development with us. He's someone who made a big impression with Kilmarnock. Obviously, he was on loan at Kilmarnock last season, up in Scotland last season, and highlighted his capabilities once again in pre-season run-out at Darlington the other night. He's very good on the ball, and I'm sure he'll contribute his fair share of goals and assists. So, as I said, Sean Longstaff leaves us, and I think it's good for his development as well. You know, you can clearly see that Rafa's actually wants to keep some of the youth players, despite me ranting on about Lewis Gibson, which I'm sure I'll get onto in another video. But by the looks of it, he wants to keep hold of him by loaning him out to another club, like he did with Adam Armstrong, and I'm sure like he'll do with Jamie Sterry, now that Javier Manquillo's here as well. So good move for the guy. I thought he would have gone a bit higher than that though, seeing as he's, you know, played Scottish football. I thought he would have at least gone to the Championship, but again, time is on his side. He's only 19 years of age, and yeah, so he'll be there till the 6th of January, just looking at it now. So I'm sure before you know it, he'll be back in Peter Beardsley's side and with more experience and more to offer going forward. Now, in case you missed it,
me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oye, más de lo normal. Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más.
Yes, that was the initiation song from new boy Florian Lejeune and of course youngster Victor Fernandez, who obviously were out there in Ireland. And it's nice to see that sort of side from Newcastle United. Sometimes we see, you know, the bog standard, you know, training sessions and, you know, interviews and all the rest of it now. But it's nice to see the lads having fun, and that sort of stuff is done at all clubs. So it's nice to actually see that for ourselves. And it's a good thing that they're talented footballers, because, guys, do not give up the day job, that's for sure. Anyway, that is it for now. Manquillo in, Murphy and Longstaff out. Obviously Longstaff out on loan, Murphy out permanently. Now to move on to a striker. Now I'm sure we're going to be linked with a whole heap of strikers. In fact, we've been linked with a whole heap of midfielders as well. I tweeted out myself about Jack Wilshere, and funny enough, after that, like literally a couple of hours later, in the Chronicle, Wilshere's linked with us, and obviously a whole host of clubs as well. So it'll be interesting to see if he gives up his 90 grand a week to come to Newcastle United. But again, you heard it here first, or you saw it here first via my tweet. Also, I tweeted out between striker options, Roland and who's the other one? Andre Gray as well from Burnley. Now, a lot of people went with Andre Gray, I think mainly because they know more about him, because obviously he played in the Premier League. Obviously I think he's got youth on his side just slightly. Roland, I think, is 25. Andre Gray maybe 23. But again, both of them are good options. I'm sure people will take whoever we get. I mean, let's face it, Manquillo wasn't everyone's first option. You know, everyone would have loved to, not everyone, should I say, a lot of people would love to have kept Werner and Anita at the club. But that's done and dusted now. He's gone, Manquillo's in. You never know what might happen. Some might even say that he might even turn into a Cafu. No, that's a bit too far, isn't it? Anyway, so we'll get behind him nonetheless. But yeah, striker in next. Sure, goalkeepers on the agenda as well as another creative midfielder. So let's see what happens. Anyway, that's enough for me, guys. I'm going to enjoy this Saturday morning and the rest of the day. Hopefully you do too. And I'll see you guys all soon, hopefully with some more positive news. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys all soon. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.